Yo, what's up, world? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in. You guys already see the title of the video. The real reason why Bears fans hate Mitch Trubisky. But before I dive into this, I just want to make sure you guys are staying absolutely safe. I know it's still a ton going on out here, and I just want to make sure that you guys are staying absolutely safe. And also, about 60 to 70% of the people that watch my vids are not subscribed to the channel. So if you fit into that category, go right ahead and click that subscribe button, and also click the notification bell so you will not miss a single video that I post. But enough of that intro. Without further ado, let's dive into it. The hate for Mitch Trubisky amongst Bear fans, I think, is at an all-time high as we speak right now. He has a lot of hate that's spewed towards his way. No matter if he plays bad, no matter if he plays good, there's a lot of hate that is spewed towards Mitch Trubisky. Some of it he hasn't played well, but a lot of it is not a huge fault of his own. And there's a few reasons that a lot of fans hate him. We see them hate even more now, especially with the last couple of weeks of him being in the starting lineup, especially against Green Bay when he had his first start back in the year. I really don't think a lot of that game was his fault. The defense was bad. Offense had some chances to score points, but it was a lot of drops in that game. The running game was pretty effective in that game, and a lot of things of that was not a fault of Trubisky, but still, you had a ton of Bear fans spew hate towards his way. Now, Detroit, I think that was one of his better games this season. He played really well, but the moment the strip sack happened, I've seen a ton of Bear fans on social media immediately blame Trubisky for that loss. Trubisky, it was more reasons than Trubisky that the Bears lost the game against Detroit. The defense did not play very well. Yeah, he had the fumble, but if you look at that play, Ifedi got blown back severely off the ball and allowed that to really happen. And also, the Bears shouldn't have been throwing the ball in that situation, but that's neither here nor there. And even just this past Sunday, the game against the Houston Texans, Trubisky played really good football, throwing for over 250, 3 touchdowns, and most importantly, no turnovers. And yet, a lot of fans still spew a lot of hate his way. A lot of people are going to say, yeah, it's a bad defense, it's this and that, but you still have to come out and play good football no matter who you're playing. So, Trubisky, to me, played really good football the past 2 weeks. I don't care if it against bad defenses, you still have to come out and execute football. There's a deeper reason to why the narrative around Trubisky is so bad amongst Bear fans. And it all goes back into the 2017 NFL draft. You guys gonna say that far back? Yes, a lot of the hate the Bears fans have for Trubisky spews back into the 2017 NFL draft. And I'll explain why. You have Trubisky, Watson, and Mahomes, the first 3 quarterbacks taken off the board that year. Out of all of them, we all are going to say Trubisky has had the worst of careers out of those 3. And Trubisky was taken the highest out of those 3 quarterbacks. So, yes, a lot of hate is going to be spewed his way towards that. But I've always been a stickler that everything that happens to Mitch Trubisky and his Bears offense the past couple of seasons is not 100% at fault of Mitch. A lot of Bear fans are going to blame Mitch no matter if he does well or does bad. I've seen a lot of Bear fans spew hate towards him no matter what. And the 2017 draft drives that narrative even harder. Watson has had success in this league, being a perennial Pro Bowler and having some really good success with the Houston Texans. We all know what Mahomes has done as far as winning a league MVP, being a Super Bowl champion, and also winning a Super Bowl MVP. And so far this season can be in discussion of the MVP race. And we see that he's one of a generational talent type of quarterbacks. But as we look back into that 2017 NFL draft, a lot of that was not expected out of Mahomes right away. We seen the arm talent. In my opinion, a lot of that was the Texas Tech system. A lot of quarterbacks that come out of Texas Tech and that high pass efficiency system do not necessarily have success in the NFL. It's just Mahomes is the exception to that rule at this point. To be honest, we did not see a lot of that coming when he came out of college. We can say the same thing about Mitch too. He was projected by a lot of NFL people to be ready. He's more ready to go now. I didn't see that from him personally. I knew he was one of those quarterbacks. He has the skill set and he has the talent, but I just think he needed a little bit more time to develop. And Watson coming out of that draft, I think he was the one that should have been taken the highest. I think he was the one who was most ready. He was the one who was most proven. He was the one that had the most success as far as the individual player in college. So a lot of the hate for Mitch Trubisky is skewed back to that 2017 draft when the Bears had Mahomes, Watson, and Trubisky on the board and decided to trade up from number 3 to number 2 to take Trubisky, and Watson and Mahomes were taken later in that draft, 10 and 12 respectively. We look back on that draft, and that is the real reason why a lot of the hate is spewed. Because let's just think about it now. If Watson and Mahomes have not had that success that they have now in their careers to this point, will Bears fans really put so much of the hate towards Trubisky that they do now? In my opinion, I really don't think so. I think the success that Watson and Mahomes had really drives that narrative home of the pick being a bust or the pick being a waste, because the levels that they have taken their teams to and the levels that they have individually gotten to. Now, I've been wanting to say on this channel that I don't think Nagy had the true confidence in him. I've been wanting to say that Nagy really didn't believe in him, and he really didn't develop him like guys like Watson and Mahomes were developed under the same system and under the same coordinators throughout the course of their careers. So a lot of that, I think, is the reason why Trubisky has maybe a little bit less success, well, a lot less success in most Bears fans' eyes than Watson and Mahomes. But a lot of that narrative that spews so much hate towards Trubisky all has to do with that 2017 draft where Mahomes and Watson were taken behind him. Because I think if those two players have had maybe some slip-ups or some slides, the narrative around Trubisky changes, because you don't look back and you see those two guys being successful. You will look back and you see those two guys having the similar time of struggles or the similar type of things that happen in their careers is similar to the things that's happening to Trubisky now. And things to me will look a ton different, all because of that particular draft class and those two guys having the success that they are having. So the real reason why so many Bears fans, I really think, hate Trubisky is because the 2017 draft class went the way that it went. And those two, Watson and Mahomes, have had the careers that they've had, and Trubisky has had the career that he has. Now, I've never been one to say Trubisky can be the greatest thing ever or he could be elite of the elite. I just always think there were so many factors into his career going the way it has that really has not had him had success on the bigger scale outside of 2018. But that's another video for another day. And if you guys want to see that, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. But that's all I've got for you guys today. Be sure to leave this video a like so we can help beat the YouTube algorithm. Comment your thoughts down below. Share the video. And also, if you want this channel to keep growing, subscribe to the channel and also click that notification bell so you will not miss a single video. But that's all I have for you guys. APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys have a great and excellent day, and I will see you guys on the next vid. Peace.